Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time, uncovering the secrets of civilizations past. Today, we find ourselves in the ancient city of Pataliputra, the majestic capital of the Mauryan Empire, situated on the southern bank of the Ganges River, in the eastern part of the Indian subcontinent. As we delve into the origins of this magnificent city, let us first set the stage with a brief overview of its significance. Pataliputra, which translates to the City of Flowers, was a thriving metropolis that played a crucial role in the history of ancient India, serving as a center of politics, culture, and spirituality. As we explore the earliest history of Pataliputra, we find ourselves in the 6th century BCE, a time of great turmoil and transformation in the Indian subcontinent. It was during this period that the city began to take shape, emerging as a major urban center under the rule of the Magadha kingdom. The Magadhan king, Bimbisara, who ruled from circa 544 to 491 BCE, is credited with laying the foundations of Pataliputra, which would eventually become the capital of his empire. According to ancient texts, including the Mahabharata and the Puranas, Bimbisara was a just and wise ruler who encouraged trade, commerce, and the arts, setting the stage for Pataliputra's future growth and prosperity. One of the key figures involved in the development of Pataliputra during this period was King Bimbisara's son, Ajatashatru, who ascended to the throne in the late 6th century BCE. Ajatashatru is credited with further expanding the city's infrastructure, including the construction of a massive fortification wall that encircled the city and protected its inhabitants from external threats. This wall, which was said to be over 12 miles long, was an engineering marvel of its time and played a crucial role in Pataliputra's defense against invading armies. As we explore the city's layout and architecture during this period, we find that Pataliputra was divided into several distinct quarters, each with its own unique character and function. The city featured a grand palace complex, which served as the seat of royal power, as well as numerous temples, markets, and public buildings. The famous Buddhist monk, Vimalakirti, is said to have lived in Pataliputra during this period, and his teachings had a profound impact on the city's spiritual landscape. The spiritual vitality of Pataliputra during this period is also noteworthy. The city was an important center of Buddhist learning and culture, attracting scholars and monks from across the ancient Indian subcontinent. The presence of Buddhism in Pataliputra had a profound influence on the city's art, architecture, and literature, shaping its unique cultural identity. As we conclude our examination of Pataliputra's earliest history, we find ourselves on the cusp of a new era, one that would see the city rise to even greater heights of power and sophistication. The stage is set for the next chapter in the story of Pataliputra, as the Mauryan Empire, under the leadership of Chandragupta Maurya, begins its ascent to dominance. With its strategic location, rich cultural heritage, and robust infrastructure, Pataliputra was poised to become one of the greatest cities of the ancient world. Join me as we embark on this fascinating exploration, and together, let us uncover the secrets of Pataliputra, Mauryan capital. Welcome back, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, as we continue our journey through the annals of time and delve deeper into the fascinating history of Pataliputra, the majestic capital of the Mauryan Empire. As we enter this new chapter in Pataliputra's history, we are introduced to one of the most pivotal figures in Indian history, Chandragupta Maurya, the founder of the Mauryan Empire. Under his visionary leadership, which began around 321 BCE, Pataliputra would undergo a transformation, becoming not only the capital of a vast and powerful empire, but also a center of learning, art, and spirituality that would influence the course of human civilization. Chandragupta Maurya's reign marked the beginning of a golden age for Pataliputra. He expanded the city's infrastructure, further fortifying its defenses and enhancing its administrative capabilities. The city became a hub of commerce and trade, with merchants from all over the ancient world coming to its bustling markets. The economic prosperity of Pataliputra during this period was unparalleled, with the city serving as a key link in the trade routes between the East and the West. One of the most significant aspects of Chandragupta Maurya's legacy was his embrace of Buddhism. Under his patronage, Buddhism flourished in Pataliputra, with the city becoming a major center of Buddhist learning and culture. The construction of numerous Buddhist monasteries and temples during this period not only reflected the spiritual vitality of the city, but also contributed to its architectural beauty. Following Chandragupta Maurya's reign, his son, Bindusara, ascended to the throne, further consolidating the power of the Mauryan Empire. However, it was under the rule of Ashoka, who succeeded his father around 268, that Pataliputra reached the zenith of its glory. Ashoka's conversion to Buddhism after a devastating war in Kalinga marked a turning point, not only in his personal life, but also in the history of the Mauryan Empire and Pataliputra. Ashoka's reign was characterized by a remarkable blend of political wisdom, military prowess, and spiritual depth. He expanded the empire, establishing a vast and efficient administrative system with Pataliputra at its heart. The city flourished under his rule, becoming a beacon of culture, learning, and spirituality. Ashoka's patronage of Buddhism led to the construction of numerous monuments, including the famous Ashokan pillars, which were erected throughout the empire to spread the teachings of Buddhism. The cultural achievements of Pataliputra during this period were truly remarkable. The city was home to some of the most esteemed scholars and philosophers of the ancient world, including the great Buddhist monk, Nagarjuna. The arts also flourished, with Pataliputra becoming a center for music, dance, and literature. The city's unique cultural identity, shaped by its rich history, spiritual vitality, and intellectual curiosity, made it a magnet for scholars, artists, and travelers from across the known world. As we reflect on this golden age of Pataliputra, we are filled with wonder at the achievements of its rulers, scholars, and artisans. The city's impact on the course of human history is undeniable, serving as a testament to the power of vision, wisdom, and cultural exchange. Yet, as with all things, this era of grandeur was not destined to last forever. The seeds of decline were sown in the very fabric of the empire's vastness and complexity. And so, dear listeners, we come to the end of this chapter in Pataliputra's story, a tale of rise, glory, and the dawn of a new era in human history. Join me as we navigate the complexities of history, uncovering the secrets of one of the ancient world's most fascinating cities. Welcome back to our journey through the history of Pataliputra, the majestic capital of the Mauryan Empire. As the Mauryan Empire expanded, it became increasingly difficult to maintain control over its vast territories. The empire's administrative system, although efficient, began to show signs of strain. Corruption, mismanagement, and regionalism started to erode the foundation of the empire. The costs of maintaining a large army, coupled with the expenses of administering a vast territory, put a significant burden on the empire's resources. One of the key factors that contributed to the decline of the Mauryan Empire was the death of Ashoka in 232 BCE. His successors, including Dasaratha and Samprati, were unable to match his vision, wisdom, and leadership. The empire began to fragment, with regional governors and nobles asserting their independence. The once unified empire was now plagued by internal conflicts, external threats, and economic troubles. Pataliputra, the capital of the Mauryan Empire, was not immune to these challenges. As the empire declined, the city's economy suffered, and its cultural achievements began to wane. The construction of new monuments and public buildings slowed, and the city's famous scholars and philosophers began to disperse. The city's population, which had grown significantly during the reign of Ashoka, started to decline. Despite these challenges, Pataliputra remained an important center of learning and culture. The city continued to attract scholars, artists, and travelers from across the known world. The legacy of Ashoka in particular endured, with his teachings on Buddhism and nonviolence continuing to inspire generations. As we reflect on the decline of the Mauryan Empire and Pataliputra, we are reminded that even the greatest civilizations must eventually face the test of time. However, it is also clear that the legacy of Pataliputra, Mauryan capital, continues to shape our understanding of history, culture, and spirituality. In the words of the great Indian historian, Romila Thapar, the decline of the Mauryan Empire was a gradual process, but its impact on Indian history was profound. The city's story serves as a testament to the power of human ingenuity, creativity, and perseverance. As we conclude this chapter in Pataliputra's story, we are left with a sense of awe and wonder at the achievements of its rulers, scholars, and artisans. And so, dear listeners, our journey through the history of Pataliputra comes full circle. From its humble beginnings as a small settlement on the banks of the Ganges to its rise as a majestic capital of the Mauryan Empire, Pataliputra's story is one that continues to inspire and fascinate us. As we bid farewell to this ancient city, we are reminded of the enduring power of history to shape our understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history of Pataliputra, Mauryan capital. Until next time, goodbye. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.